So as we already know what is a verb, now let's learn something about a verbal. A verbal is a form of a verb used as an adjective, adverb or noun. So there are three types of verbals. They are participles, gerund and infinitives. Verbals doesn't change as per tense, as per number or as per person. That means that if the subject is in plural number or in singular number, or it is in past tense, future tense or present tense, or the subject is first person, second person or third person, this will never change the verbals. And as we know that verb performs an action in any sentence, but this verbals, they don't perform any action in sentences. Let's see what is a participle. A participle is that form of the verb which is partly a verb and partly an adjective. That's why participle is also known as verbal adjective. Participles represents some kind of action. Participles can be of three types. They are present participle, past participle and participle adjectives. So let's see what is present participle. When an action is ongoing or incomplete, it is called a present participle. It ends in ing. For example, we met a girl carrying a basket of flowers. In this sentence, the main verb is met and the word carrying tells us something about the girl and also the action performed by the girl. So the word carrying is acting verb as well as an adjective. Therefore, it is a participle and there is ing, therefore it is present participle. Some more examples are, we are reading an interesting book. So here the word interesting is acting as an adjective. Second type of participle is past participle. It represents a completed action or state of things spoken of. For example, driven by hunger, he stole a piece of bread. We saw a few trees laden with fruit. Here the words laden and driven are acting as an adjective and these action words are in past form, that is they are showing completed action. Past participles usually end in ed, d, t, en or n. Note that besides these two simple participles, the present and the past, we also have something called a perfect participle that represents an action as completed during some past time. For example, having rested, we continued our journey. In this participle, we add having before the verbals. The third type of participle is participle adjectives. Participle adjectives are used as simple qualifying adjectives in front of a noun. For example, a burnt child dreads the fire. He played a losing game. Here the words losing, burnt, they are qualifying the noun used after them, but they are verb. That is, they are verbals because they are acting as an adjective. Second type of verbal is gerund. A gerund is a verb form that does the work of a noun. A gerund is both a verb and a noun. That is why it is called as a verbal noun. It is formed by adding ing to the base form of the verb. For example, knowing is half the battle, swimming is the best exercise, his favorite pastime is sailing. A gerund being a verb noun may be used as subject of a verb. For example, swimming is the best exercise, seeing is believing. Here the words swimming and seeing are acting as the subject of the sentence. Gerunds may be used as object of a transitive verb. For example, stop playing. I like reading. Here the words playing and reading are acting as the object of the sentence. Gerund can also be used as the object of a preposition, that is, it is preceded by a preposition. For example, he was fond of swimming. He was punished for telling a lie. Here, the gerund swimming and telling are used after the prepositions of and for. If you want to identify the gerund, mind it that a gerund answers what. For example, if you will ask, what is the best exercise? Then you will get the answer swimming, which is a gerund here. The third type of verbal is infinitives. The infinitive is the base of a verb, often preceded by to. The most powerful verbal is the infinitive. It can function like a gerund and as a participle. For example, his goal is to climb Mount Everest. He refused to obey the orders. Here, the verbals to climb and to obey are infinitives because they have to before them. In these two sentences, the infinitives are acting like a noun. Sometimes we use the infinitive without to. For example, let him sit here. You need not go, better make it up. So, in these examples, the words go, sit, make, these are infinitives, but they are used without the marker to because they come after certain verbs like need. So, there are certain verbs where we use infinitive without to. They are bid, let, make, need, dare, see, hear, will, would, shall, should, may, might, can, could, and must. Infinitive without to is also used after had better, had rather, would rather, sooner than. Just like the gerund, the infinitives can also function as subject, object, or complement of the verb. And as we said previously, the infinitive is the most powerful verbal because it can be used as noun, as adjective, and as adverb. Let's see some examples where the infinitives are used as noun. To find fault is easy. Let's see some examples where the infinitives used as adjective. He is a man to be admired. This is not the time to play. Some infinitives are also used as adverb. She reads to gain knowledge. Figs are good to eat.